Let's just do it. If it's a 3-hour long video or whatever. The head, you pivot the head down or the head up from the neutral. You bend the whole neck forward or back from the neutral. The thoracic spine, the mid-back, you bend it forward or excessively straighten it, if you will, from the neutral. The low back, you bend it forward or backward from the neutral. We talked about the hips, right? Even your eyeballs. We talked about the eyebrows, even the eyeballs. The head, if it's pivoting down, now your eyeballs are looking up. If the head pivots up, your eyeballs are looking down. If you're still looking at the horizon, there's a neutral to the height of the eyeballs. It messes with the neutral head, though. Otherwise, you strain your eyeballs and all the musculature around your eyes. If your head's not neutral and you try to just look straight ahead, as I've discussed as the founder of In the Image Clothing Company, me, Evan Strong, well, I'll be doing this the rest of my entire lifetime. That's one of the things I've discussed, because truth is truth. It's not my choice. Yeah, you know, most people, if they're, you know, not in a proper working position, the only working position in their bodies, that's not an opinion or anything like that, it's the truth, measurably, their head will be down, right? Heels on shoes, your head's down, but your eyes are looking up still to look horizontal. But if your head's neutral, your eyes are neutral to look horizontal. You know, there's just a neutral in the eyeballs too. I mean, it's not a joke. The entire body only can ever possibly work in its only working position, in its neutral position. There's no claim, no opinion, no possible dispute. It's mathematically measurable. You'll never work it out to get there. Gravity pulls you there. So, I mean, yeah, the eyeballs. I mean, that's one of those things, like, you're probably never going to think about your eyeballs being in a neutral position, unless you're an optometrist, you know, like an eye doctor. And even then, you're probably not going to be looking at your feet to find that, to see if you have heels on your shoes, changing the position of your head, so your eyeballs position change. But that's the truth. I'm going to just start cussing about it. I cannot make it more real, and it is eternally, permanently valid information. It's not my choice. The truth of the human being is there's a neutral. And that's all. You're never going to train another position for the body or another motion for the body. All motion stems from the neutral. And that's it. I mean, there's always just a neutral forever. It's gravity. It is gravity. It's the Earth's gravity. So the eyeballs, sure, you know. The sphincter in your rectum. I mean, you go into the bathroom, you've got a pelvic floor. Muscles on the bottom of your pelvis that hold your bowel movement in. And there's a neutral position to the pelvis internally. I mean, I'm not talking about just your abdominal muscles that you can visually show off by lifting your shirt up. I'm talking about what the core of the human being really is. All the leg muscles coming up into the pelvis, all the back muscles coming down into the pelvis, the diaphragm that allows breathing into the pelvis area, just meaning, well, wherever you say muscles connect into, right? What I'm saying is, I'm not trying to get all technical with it right now. I'm just making it so clear. That there's a neutral position to the diaphragms of the body. There's a neutral position to the muscles that hold your bladder, like when you urinate. You're either going to be able to hold your urine in your body by keeping muscles contracted, or you're just not going to be able to contract those muscles and you're going to urinate without expecting to. Like, I'm not joking about the entire body. It's not like, yeah, there's a neutral to the wrist. Do some forearm exercises to get there. No, that's impossible. But gravity will pull you there. Okay? just to be clear. It's truth. It's gravity, man. It is gravity. It's the gravity of our planet Earth. That's what determines the neutral positions of the human being. Right now, I've got one foot up on this rock here, about a foot above my other foot, crossed over my body, and my arm over here is on this rock, and this arm's hanging. Let me discuss some things. My ankles are still neutral. My right leg's supporting me on the ground, neutral, in pronation, supination, internal rotation, external rotation, dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. It's just flat on the ground. Gripped arches with the pinky toe forward. Well, just one arch gripped in this case in that right foot. My left arm is just neutral. The arm's just there, rested. In a nice inline position. I'm still straight out from the pinky finger. My shoulder's at a neutral height. Okay. My right arm is hanging neutrally with Earth's vertical gravity pull. And my left leg is bent at the knee, but I'm still evenly on all 5 of my different length toes on this rock with my leg crossed over my other leg. Even though the rotation is more external at the hip, my whole leg's still neutral. I mean, I can still, like, plantar flex and dorsiflex my ankle just in an inline position because I'm going evenly off the ends of all 5 of my different length toes on my left foot. My spine's still neutral. It's not meshing with Earth's vertical gravity pull, but I'm supporting myself with my neutral left arm. I couldn't claim it. That the entire body works all together or just doesn't. No workouts can ever help you. You can get stronger, but it'll always go away once you stop working out, so you can choose to do that if you're trying to, like, train for an event, like, get stronger for a time, sure. You'll always go back to normal after, though. I couldn't make it up. I couldn't claim it. I couldn't, be like, kind of right, but and you're not quite there. I see what you're trying to say. No, measure it. I mean, it's gravity, dude. I mean, anyway, there you go. It's little things. Well, I mean, we've discussed the neutral position to the digestive system of the body. This is the system of hoses, tubes, if you will. Right? Neutral. And there's a neutral to the entire body, man. Everything. It's a mechanical machine. Fueled by food, lubricated by water. There's a neutral to everything in the entire body. I mean, because things like the elbows and the knees, the neutral is just going to be halfway between. It's going to be that 90-degree, well, maybe not 90-degree bend, but it's going to be halfway between fully straightening the elbow or the knee and then fully bending the elbow and the knee. You get all the way bent and the bones hit into each other, you couldn't possibly go anywhere else. Your bones already are hitting into each other. Even though you might think my hand can go farther here, it can't because my 2 bones, well, 3, the 2 bones in the forearm are hitting into my upper arm bone here, the humerus. Right, the radius and the ulna hit the humerus, and my hand couldn't possibly get closer to my shoulder because I'm hitting bones together here, or the muscles, tendons that are connecting into the bones here. It's impossible to stretch to anywhere else besides just the full range of motion. I mean, the bones just physically hit into each other, and you are done forever. You'll never go anywhere else unless you damage your body. What I'm saying is that people try to stretch their bodies. It's impossible. You're not going anywhere unless you disconnect part of your body or damage it. Who is crazy? I am. I understand. You bend your arm, though, and there would be a halfway, right? Between fully closed where the bones hit each other and you'll never go anywhere else besides breaking things, or all the way extended and your bones hit into each other and you'll never go anywhere else except if you break things. There would be a neutral between the two. When I just to be clear, for an example, I wanted to give some thorough explanation, because, things like the wrist, it's got a neutral that it resides in, and then 2 sides from there, and same with the foot. Well, the ankle. Okay. The elbows and the knees, though, their neutral would be somewhere like halfway between the bend, because neutrally the arm hangs straight. But as far as motion in the elbow or the knee, there would be just like a halfway point between just the bones hitting on either end. Just meaning physics-wise. Physically, as in the body is a physical body, but like mathematics, physics, you'd have to have a centered position to either side of motion. And so that neutral position would just reside somewhere right in between, well, like essentially exactly in between, all the way straight or all the way bent, where the bones hit on either end. Just to be very clear with this, I couldn't possibly have an opinion on this with the way I'm discussing it, with my level of understanding of it. There's only one way the human body could ever possibly work.